It's time for the crossover. 551-5782. Tuesdays were made for love. And we like to talk about conversations that have to do with relationships and all of that good stuff on Tuesdays. Today's topic is friends with benefits. Is this something that can be functional or not? And we've got an expert on the line because there's only so much of me you can listen to. Dr. Kalesha? We have Dr. Kalesha on the line. Dr. Kalesha, are you there? Bam, bam. There.
Hi, yes, I'm here.
Hi, Dr. Kalesha. Welcome to the
Hi,
show.
how are you?
I'm good. I thought I had allergies, right? But I don't. So I have an ear infection. I'm suffering with that. Got sore eye sockets, pain in my ear, pain in my joints. But I'm here. So, you know.
A day at a time. It's the season for it.
Yeah. Oh, no, well, there's no season for this mess right here. This is just my life. Welcome to it. But Dr. Kalesha, we're talking about friends with benefits. My wonderful producer, Shannon, definitely hates the whole concept of it. I think it's something very beneficial, but you have to understand yourself and know yourself for it. So I would love to hear your feedback on it, on friends of benefits, the pros, the cons, you know, does it really work?
I actually agree with you in the sense that you have to know partially, not fully,
Oh.
partially. You have to know exactly what you want from the situation.
Yeah.
So while I don't agree with it,
Yeah.
it depends on the individual.
Right.
So before you actually start the situation with friends with benefits, you have to know what is your expected outcome of that relationship. Can you honestly say that you would be comfortable only getting half of the relationship instead of the full relationship expectations?
It depends how good he is at the half that I want.
Well, it depends on the person, as I say, but can you honestly say you would be comfortable with no date nights? And I like to say flowers on a
That's what I
Tuesday.
don't get. Why does friends with benefits mean you can't have a date night? I see that's the thing that I think is confusing. Like for me, maybe other people too. Like I think when you say friends with benefits, some people instantly automatically think of a friend that they already have and then making that into benefits, and that is super complicated because you already have a history. But I'm talking about like, you know, you meet somebody like-minded, just as busy with work as you are. Neither one of y'all trying to do all that hoopla, whoop-de-woo, call every day. Oh, how's your day? Nobody cares enough about that. We're working. You know what I mean? But we're human and we have needs. I feel like that it's feasible.
But the reality is that friends with benefits only stick to sexual relationships. So you hardly find friends with benefits being date nights, because date nights really constitute a relationship. So if it's just about the sex, then if that's what you're looking for, then the possibility can work. But what happens when the emotions get in the way?
You cut.
Because emotions always get in the way, especially with friends with benefits.
Then you
always.
leave. That's
then
when
you leave. But somebody's always hurting.
I mean,
somebody has to pick up the pieces.
But isn't it true that there's always a chance to get hurt, no matter which direction that you go? So why not be more honest about it than anything else?
I agree, but why not just seek the full relationship benefit to have the entirety? At least that way you have a better chance of not getting hurt.
Well,
yes.
I mean, I hear you. But what if you don't want that person around that much? I'm just saying, a relationship, you really have to care about what's going on with that person's life on a different level. To a point where even sometimes you might have to compromise what you need to do for yourself at the moment, because now it's a we and not a you.
Instead of for you and
right.
I.
So
that is true.
Right.
So each relationship dynamic is different. So as couples, they have to decide the pros and the cons. What are the expectations from that relationship? Okay. So it really depends on the two individuals and the relationship that they are expecting. Right. But for me, definitely, friends with benefits does not work in the long run. For a short period.
No. Yes, no long run. No long run. We're not talking long run. It will never be for a long run. It is just a buffer for the time being while you get your life together. That's all I'm saying.
But then sometimes you get comfortable in your comfort zone and you are afraid to step out of that situationship and find a true love.
Stop
And at
drawing
the
my
end of
shirt.
the
Stop
day,
pulling my
no
shirt.
matter what we say, we
Stop
want
pulling my
true
shirt,
love.
Doc. Stop pulling my shirt. Stop pulling my shirt. Stop pulling my shirt. Stop it.
No matter what we say, we want true love at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that is the reality.
No, I
So
agree.
we
I
have,
definitely agree. I would
yeah.
never deny. I don't want people to think that I'm a person that's anti-love. I totally believe in true love, real love. However, I do know that it's very hard to find, especially nowadays. It is something that is not easy. So in the interim, I mean, I am just not somebody who feels like I have to date a million frogs in a relationship status to find one. It makes my skin itch.
But then it also depends on you taking the time to find the right type of person.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
So instead of just jumping into a relationship for the comfortability, I mean, stay by yourself, work on yourself in the meantime, because single doesn't mean that you're lonely.
No,
Single
absolutely not.
sometimes mean that you're working on other aspects of your life.
Exactly.
So while you are single, you don't have to jump into the relationship. Just work on yourself
and have a friend with benefits.
The frogs. Yeah.
She agreed with me and don't even know she agreed with me, but I like it. Go, Doc, go. But that's what I'm saying. That's what the friend with benefits for. So while you're working on yourself, humans have needs. You got somebody you can call on speed dial. What you doing? Nothing? All right, cool. Come over. You know what I'm saying? Pew, pew, pew. And stress gone, you start over again. See?
But then sometimes it gets so comfortable. That is the downside of it. You get so
I agree
caught
with
up
that.
in the situation. And then you are left to take up the broken pieces of your heart.
Yeah.
And then you've lost a friend. You haven't gained a relationship if it goes bad.
That's why I say that's why I say never start friends with benefits with a real actual friend. Exactly.
And yes, and well, for most persons it's easier to start the friends with benefits with friends because they're used to having that person in their space.
Yeah.
So it's easy to say, let's do a hookup situation. It's harder for someone to actually go out, meet somebody, and have that friends with benefits.
That's because they're not setting their mind.
Longer relationships.
I get it, but that's because they're not setting their mind in that place. And if their mind is not in that place, that's great. If you are a person that when you think about your future, you're constantly thinking about your significant other and having somebody, friends with benefits will never be something that's for you. I'm not a person that ever had dreams about walking down an aisle or getting married. Like the thought of it gives me the hives. You know what I mean? I would love to find a great life partner. Thank you. A great life partner, somebody who me and him can travel all over the world and have fun and do that. However, until I find somebody who I want in my space that much, I feel like I'm fine with just allowing who I chose to be in my space for that moment to be there and bye-bye. And it was nice knowing you. Have a nice day.
As I said though, at the end of the day, it really depends on the two persons.
Right.
In the relationship. It really depends. And the key thing with friends with benefits, you have to outline the expectations of the relationship.
That I agree with.
You have to agree to the terms, because when you don't agree to the terms and then feelings get in the way, somebody has to leave.
Exactly.
Because that was not the agreement at the beginning.
Exactly.
Somebody has to leave. So if it's a case where you want to have friends with benefits, I mean, we're all free to do what we want to do.
Yeah. I mean,
you have to have the agreement.
Doc, be honest. I mean, a lot of people are in friends with benefits relationships without even wanting to be in one. They're calling people their boyfriend or their girlfriend, but really and truly, you are not in a relationship because they do not consider you their one and only. So you're in a friend, but except you have put yourself in a position to get hurt directly because you know this person is not going to be just with you, but yet you're still holding on and grasping straws that one day he might see you or she might see you and it might change. It doesn't happen that way. You know what I mean? At least I don't think it does. That is true. Yeah.
There has to be the agreement at the beginning of the relationship to say what is the expected outcome in order for it to work.
I agree, Doc. Any other pieces of advice on friends with benefits you want to give?
Do what works best for you. I always say that to my clients. Do what works best for you.
Yes.
Because you're the one living the relationship. I can only give the advice.
Yeah.
But you're the one living it and I can only guide you along the way.
Absolutely. And the only way you know what's best for you is if you've taken some time to get to know yourself, to know what you really love, what you really like, what you can accept, what you cannot accept. Too many of us have been walking around this earth trying to please people pleasing, and have no idea what it is is that we as an individual love, like, or really deserve as a person, you know?
It's true.
Yeah, man.
We have to be aware of ourselves first
Yes.
in order for us to be in any form of relationship.
Thank you.
Once we have that, and we can definitely say we are okay with the situation,
Yes.
then by all means.
I know me, Doc. I'm until death do us part. That's why I'm not getting married, because somebody gonna have to die. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Where can people find you on social media?
Kalen Coaching is on Instagram and Facebook. So Kalen Coaching, that's my handle.
Okay. You want to spell that? Because I don't know.
Yeah, so it's Kalhen Coaching.
All right. So make sure you check her out, and you can also link up with her if you have any relationship questions. You want to have some real scheduled counseling on that? Well, you can hit her up and she can take care of you on that front. Thanks for checking in with us, Doc. I'm sure we're going to have many more topics we're going to need you for.
No problem. Take care.